Hey, what's up? It's Davis. It is Monday, October 14th, and just completed week 2 of Project IMC 2020 and starting week 3. So happy Thanksgiving, or happy Canadian Thanksgiving to everyone out there. What better way to celebrate than by having my Tim Hortons tea? Anyway, so we're going to hop over to the computer once again and go through the summary of what happened in week 2, my training, and all that kind of stuff. See you over on the computer. Okay, hey again, folks. We're now back on my computer, and we're looking at training peaks from basically the end of September till, well, now for October. Again, this is week 2, so for those of you that didn't watch on the YouTube channel, there's my summary video for week 1, and that basically makes up what this information here was. So far I've done a total of apparently 8 hours and 13 minutes on the bike, 173 miles on the bike, and for run, basically 6 hours and 31 minutes running and 48.1 miles running. So what, this is actually kind of confusing to look. I don't want to go over, or I don't want to spend too much time looking at my training peaks, but anyway, this is what I use to kind of track all my training data, all the TSS or training stress scores, durations across bike and run, obviously. I put in all my workouts, it tracks all my weight morning and evening. Probably way too much data than, most normal people would want to track, unless you're, a nerd or data geek like I am. Or actually, what am I talking about? Probably most triathletes that are watching this, they're probably tracking their data just as much as I am. Anyway, so maybe a easier summary would be via Strava. So this week, week 2, what is completed? From October 7th to 13th has been 8 hours and 12 minutes. Total training, 4 hours and 11 minutes cycling, and 4 hours in running, so very balanced or even split between the two. What the workouts look like, again, if you're following me on Strava, I'll put the links below, but I mean, obviously, I'm posting all of my training or all of my workouts via Strava. Check it out down there. So yeah, this week, started off Monday with a 5-mile run. Tuesday, my Tuesdays are actually going to be my brick days, so I'll be doing typically a, hour-long interval type ride on the trainer, followed by a 30 to 35 minute brick workout immediately after. So once I jump off the trainer, I'll run downstairs and jump on the treadmill. Wednesdays are the so-called, I guess you call them hill days, where strength is a focus, or working on strength. So I'll be doing those also on the treadmill at the gym. Typically about an hour with a couple intervals, anywhere from I think 7 minutes to 12 minutes, I think, at 4 to 5% incline. At a fairly decent pace, or what I call kind of durability run pace, which is not quite zone 1, kind of like high zone 1, very low zone 2. And I'm going to be spending a lot of time, I think, over the fall, kind of at that durability pace. So, whenever I can, trying to spend as much time just running at a pace which is going to be, roughly close to what I hope to be doing for the marathon during Ironman. Who knows what's going to happen by then, and obviously, over the next 9-10 months, the pace will change, or hopefully my fitness will change or improve, that it will get better. But anyway, over the fall, my durability pace is anywhere between like an 8:15 minute mile to an 8:30 minute mile, and that's where we're going to spend as much time as possible if I'm not doing intervals, which would be considerably faster than that. or the long runs are also going to be kind of somewhere right in that kind of sweet spot, 8:15s, between 8:15. That's kind of where I'm going to try to stick to. Thursdays are also trainer rides, long intervals, not long in total duration for the workout. It's usually going to be like an hour, but the time spent at threshold or functional threshold power, typically 15 minutes, somewhere around there. So that's suffering. It's not fun at all, but that over the winter, that's pretty much what I'm going to try to spend most of my time, again, trying to build strength, bump up my FTP, build power, and hopefully by the end of the year or starting next year, have a decent bump in my FTP. Right now I'm sitting at 250 watts. I've come down a little bit, but hopefully I can get back up to around the 280s, closer to 300. And I think that's obviously going to help come Ironman, far down the road, as well as the Grand Fondo during July. So Axel's Grand Fondo, I'll be plugging that event probably quite often since I am involved with the event. Hi Jody, hi Axel. Anyway, so yeah, that over the course of off season, so-called, during the winter, a lot of people are doing a lot of zone one, a lot of just like sitting on the trainer watching hockey or whatever. I plan on tongue dragging on the ground, suffering, and putting in the work. So that's my plan. We'll see how it goes. Week 2, so far so good. Fridays are kind of like a optional recovery run, if you want to call it that. But even though my recovery runs, pace wise, again at durability pace, anywhere between, apparently on Friday I ran 7:57, but 8-minute miles. Should be done slower, really, like at an 8:15 probably is where I should be right now. That's optional on Fridays. That's probably I'm going to try to do as much as I can, try to spend as much time on feet as I possibly can. And then that kind of brings us into the weekend. So Saturdays, in this case it was Kona, the World Championship. So that was, I just basically sat on the trainer and watched the Facebook stream, as probably everybody also did that is currently watching this video. So quality time again on the trainer, extended periods of time, or as extended as I can, at near threshold, and then kind of at a sweet spot power, which for me, around the 200 watt kind of zone. Again, hopefully that's going to go up, or obviously my intention is to increase that as much as possible. So 2 hours, 2.5 hours Saturday ride, and then Sundays are the again kind of like long run, so to speak, at this point in time. Anywhere from 60 minutes to 70 minutes is kind of the plan. So for this last week, as you can see here, check it out on Strava. Again, I probably don't need to go over this in detail for every single one, but you can see that consistency is kind of the key. I'm going to try to be as consistent as possible, do something every day. Recovery days are of course important, but even during my recovery days, I intend on doing, even if it's just a 30-minute durability jog, I want to make sure that I'm just on feet and spending as much time, putting in mileage, putting in TSS, and just building up, hopefully, the durability and not getting injured over the fall. So that's really the key. So again, week 2, nothing crazy at this point. I mean, I should probably mention that although this is week 2 of the so-called project, it's not like I'm coming directly off the couch and just getting into some of these volumes. Like, obviously, full disclosure, talk to your doctor, talk to your coach, talk to your trainer. This is what I'm doing. this is not necessarily what you should be doing, but everybody is obviously different. How they adapt to the training, how well you recover, what your level of fitness is, that all needs to be taken into consideration. For the purpose of this video and this documentary, I'm just, recording what I'm doing. But, keep in mind that there is some history before doing all this kind of stuff. So like all year I've obviously been training, I've been riding and running. It's just that I haven't been documenting any of it. So now I will say that I'm trying to be a little bit more diligent, being a little bit more disciplined in terms of the structure, or following a very structured plan. And this is the result. 2 weeks so far. So anyway, first week was 6 hours 48 minutes total. Week 2, 8 hours and 12 minutes, and that's where we're at. So as we start week 3, today was Thanksgiving, and it was a 30-minute run, a very easy run, at right in the middle of my durability pace there. So 8 17-minute miles. Very easy. And we'll see how the rest of the week goes. But as October kind of trucks along, I'm feeling good. Hopefully taking some of the fitness that I built over this past summer, taking it right through the fall into the cold of winter. I'm gonna head down on the trainer, and yeah, just gonna try to put in as much work as I can. So anyway, hopefully some of this helped. If you have any questions, please hit me up. There's my email. I'll put all the links below. You can follow on my Facebook page, follow me on Strava. Where else can you get in touch? Like Instagram. I mean, all the social stuff, all the typical places. I'll have everything down below. Oh, on YouTube, and of course, where you're probably watching this, on my YouTube channel, there obviously will be more stuff as we progress. I'm just kind of getting used to, or figuring out how to actually do all of this. And yeah, any suggestions or any comments, whatever, please feel free. Let me know. And yeah, for today, again, Thanksgiving, or Canadian Thanksgiving. Take the time to appreciate, the people in your life, your friends, your family, your significant other. I'm particularly thankful for all the support that I have, whether it be my family or, my better half. Linda has been great, just allowing me to do all this kind of crazy stuff. I just actually had a little gathering with the boys this afternoon after my run. So, take time to spend the time, not just training. For me, I think over the course of this little documentary thing, you'll probably realize that I'm trying to take the training very seriously, but I don't take myself very seriously. I'm just a regular dude. And I think a lot of people in this sport, for lack of a better term, I think they need to lighten up a little bit. So anyway, I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this, and we will catch up during the week. Again, I'm posting everything via Instagram story, so you can follow along, and we'll see you next time after the week 3 summary. All right, take care. Talk soon.